And that was very much part of like third and fourth edition, and it's not really in fifth anymore, which is cool. And what's cool is like even a high level character like kobolds can be a threat,
Yeah.
which is cool.
And either way, to me, is fine. I feel like players have to be aware of the fact that you may have to run away sometimes. That's to me where it's fair. If everybody's like, we're going to fight to the last man because we know there's some secret little thing we can do to make this easy, well, then that's where you run into problems.
Yeah.
But if everybody knows, oh, hey, we're playing in a game where, or on this corner it could be, 5 trolls and we're a level 1 party, then they know, okay, we need to be a little sneakier. We need to be a little smarter in the way we play. And to me, that's fun, but it can paralyze play a little bit too. So that's why I figured I'm going to throw it up on the forums for Princes of the Apocalypse, and people can kind of discuss what they think might be better.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we're all players. We're not like brand new to the game at this point. People coming in there will be fine. Then there's going to be something else too. The book provides, I think, 25 adventure hooks, and based on what you guys have already given me in terms of your background, I think I'm going to come up with some custom adventure hooks as well, and then I'll present each player with 3 different hooks, and you can choose whether to accept all of them or none of them. It'll be up to you. And then over the course of the game, you'll be able to go back to in fact the whole campaign. Some of them won't come up till your 11th or 12th, 13th level. So that'll be kind of it's a very, very well written, very, very well written campaign guide. I'm really digging it.
The reviews overall that I've seen are way better than they were for Tyranny of Dragons.
Yeah.
Tyranny of Dragons, it was very divided. Some people thought it was great. Some people thought it was terrible. But everything I've seen for Princes of the Apocalypse is just people love it, which is awesome.
I'm doing some work on Starwalker Bot. Dwayne, your character is a what?
Is a elf wizard. Yep.
John just emailed me and oh, here he is. Good.
There's a little teaser art for Princes of the Apocalypse.
Ooh. Hey, John. Can you hear us? Hello.
Hi there. I thought I
Hello.
was waiting for a hangout invite, but I guess not.
Yeah, we're doing it on Roll20.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been sitting here waiting.
No worries. So John, this is Nathan and Dwayne. Nathan and Dwayne, this is John.
Hello.
Hello.
And John, you are playing
Brother Bad Tile,
Brother Bad Tile, the what cleric?
the handsome cleric.
Yes, handsome but human, elf,
Human.
Awesome. I'm a real nerd. Lex's stream has a chatbot that I work on, and so I'm gonna have it so it can spew forth information about us when necessary, so people don't have to.
Yeah, we're all nerds here. Oh, I didn't.
About us.
I didn't change the title of the thing. Yeah, we're all nerds here.
Did Kyle forget?
I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. Oh, I didn't.
I don't know. Maybe with his job, he might run just a little overdue. Who knows? Actually, hold on. I know a way to quickly check. If he's on the internet, and he is on. Well, he's not online the way that I'd reach him. He's online an hour ago.
Okay, I've never played just in Roll20. I've always played in a hangout. Is there anything I should know?
Oh, I have. I shared some macros with you guys. So if you click the little sprocket button at the top right, the little gear, you want to check the little box that says Show Macro Quick Bar.
Yeah, I was looking at those macros. So do I have to put my modifier in each time? Or is it going to remember them?
Yeah, you'll have to do it each time.
Well, I'll just use my character sheet.
Yeah, you can do that too. But there's some of them that you'll want to use, like the advantage, disadvantage. Well, actually, I guess that the character sheet does that. But the initiative one is good to have, because that one you click on your token and you click that, and it that you don't have to put your modifier in. It does it automatically, and it puts you in the turn order automatically.
Oh, I don't have to put the modifier?
Not for the initiative one. So maybe just use that one.
Huh. I don't. Okay. It doesn't seem to do my modifier, but okay. Which is fine with me because my modifier is negative. So. I'm cheating.
Did you click your token first?
Oh. Sorry, you said that.
Yeah. That's how it knows which character it is. There you go. Oh, maybe not.
Huh.
I did mine as well.
I thought it put the modifier in. Maybe it doesn't. Let me look at the... Oh, it asked you for the modifier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that one you have to put it in.
No way. I'm using the initiative button on my character sheet. I got a 0, baby.
Yeah.
Does the one on the character sheet put you in the turn tracker?
It seems to. Let me get...
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe I should unshare those with you guys if you're not going to use them.
I hate them.
Does anybody want them? Because I can unshare them.
I don't.
Well, we can just turn them off. It's easy.
Nathan was saying you can't turn them off.
I just turned
I
mine off.
mean,
Uncheck
you
show
can,
macro quick bar.
Yeah,
Oh, you
do
can turn
that.
them
I
all
was
off.
talking
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about deleting and editing them.
You can turn them off.
All right. Well, I'll just unshare them if no one's going to use them. Give me something to do.
All right. So since I've never done this in Roll20, should I be seeing you guys at all?
What do you mean?
Like the little videos at the
Yeah.
bottom of...
So if you go on the little sprocket thing and scroll down where it says video voice, there's I want to receive from others. You want to select video and voice. And then under video player avatar, select either small, regular, or large.
Oh, okay. I put names only because that's what I usually do. All right. Here we go. I see you guys. Hi.
That makes it a little more sense because I think Dwayne and I during introductions was waving instead of saying anything because I was typing, and I try to mute my mic when I type because this keyboard is really loud.
All right. I think I unshared all those with you guys now. I was so tickled that I could do that, and now no one wants them. See how it is.
Oh, I love them. Don't feel bad.
Okay.
But see, I need macros because I don't have a character sheet.
Yeah.
If I had all the time in the world, I could have character sheets for all my creatures, and then I could do it that way.
If you were a good GM.
Yeah.
You know how much time that would take?
I know how much because I tried to do that.
I don't. Nathan, do you have a way to get a hold of Kyle?
I do, but only if he's online, and he has not been online for about an hour now.
Okay.
So maybe he'll show up and be like, guys, I'm such a knucklehead, or maybe he forgets completely.
Yeah, well, I think he's one of the ones that don't really use Google Plus, so I don't think he ever even accepted the invite on Google Plus. Because the nice thing about Google Plus is it reminds you.
Yeah. And for my phone, when I accept it, it puts it straight into my calendar.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah.
So I get little buzzes for that kind of thing.
Well, when Dwayne gets back, we'll start, and if he shows up, because we can do this with 3 people.
Yeah, the show must go on.
It'll just be a little more dangerous with 3. It'll be fun. But we have the cleric, so
yeah.
if the cleric was gone, that would be scary.
Are you really hurt? I mean, does it sting? Do you need to be healed?
What's it worth to you? So, John, have you played 5th edition before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you had.
I've actually no. I've only game mastered it.
Oh, you've run it. Okay, well then you're good to go. You probably know it better than I do.
Probably not. Because that was last year when it first came out.
Oh, wow.
I haven't played this year at all.
Glad to have you.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, John, I wanted to ask you, are you down to do this whole mini campaign over several weeks?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Cool.
Those are the good words. I just think it's funny that I'm playing Roy as one of the oldest human characters here, as the youngest player.
That's pretty funny.
That was Kyle's job for me. He just made me not the youngest. So I think Chrissy's older than I am.
Yeah, I don't know how old she is.
100% sure. I've never asked. That my soft 20, soon to be 21 years. That makes me just a little younger than the group. I think average. No offense to anyone involved.
And then I think, ironically, you're actually playing the oldest character, aren't you?
I don't know how old.
Oh no, wait, my character's like 300 years old or something.
Yeah, but as a human, I guess in veneration, if you scale it, how old is Bad Tile?
About 55.
About 55.
Oh.
So yeah.
I know.
So, yeah.
Roy is a grandpa, right? Your character.
Yes, he's 43.
Child.
Yeah, so he's not.
I have respect for children. That's okay.
Yeah.
So this adventuring company is the retirees.
Yeah.
Is that?
So Roy is actually the youngest, oldest guy.
Yeah. You ever see Red?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's us.
That was Kyle's idea, Lex. Before we got into this, he was like, "What would it be like if a campaign was based around all the players being old, retired, nearly dead adventurers coming back into service?"
Well, somehow I picked that up out of the ether.
Yeah. So it'd be great.
Well, I'm gonna be sad if Kyle doesn't come because his character's hilarious.
Yeah. He was he's been preaching Kapusta to me for a while before this, and I'm excited. I was excited, still am, that it kind of got introduced.
Were you able to get a hold of him yet?
I was not.
I just emailed him on the off chance that he gets email on his phone.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we'll just start.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, we got fighter, cleric, wizard. We're in pretty good shape.
Wow, we're in a really we're one rogue away from being nuclear.
The nuclear family, yes.
Yeah, nuclear adventuring party.
Okay, so this starts you out in the city of Neverwinter, and well, I have stuff to read, so I'll just read that. In the city of Neverwinter, a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker asks you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Phandelver, a couple of days' travel southeast of the city. Gundren was clearly excited and more than a little secretive about his reasons for the trip, saying only that he and his brothers had found something big, and that he would pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his supplies safely to Barthen's Provisions, a trading post in Phandelver. He then set out ahead of you on horse, along with a warrior escort named Sildar Hallwinter, claiming he needed to arrive early to take care of business. You've spent the last few days following the high road south from Neverwinter, and you've just recently veered east along the Tribor Trail. You've encountered no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous. Bandits and outlaws have been known to lurk along the trail. And at this point, you guys can introduce your characters if you want.
Or John.
I'm Brother Bad Tile. I'm I was a soldier long ago, and I spent the last 30 years in a monastery to Ceylon, and I have decided to rejoin the world. And here I am. Those of you who are older, you may have met me. If you're only 43, maybe your father or mother met me when I was a young soldier.
So yeah, I Nathan playing Roy Sherwalls, 43-year-old recently retired guard, or well, City Watch, not a guard, City Watch sergeant for Neverwinter, who's known as in the City Watch, or at least the section he was part of. His grandfather is his nickname because he's older, especially for the Watch. He has a son who's has also a child. And after spending pretty much his whole life in Neverwinter and dealing with Neverwinter's problems, he has decided to strap on his watch armor, or his swordy armor, sword and shield, and venture out into the world.
Nice.
All right. I'm Dwayne. I play Elath Seltiel. I am a high elf wizard with a noble background. I am from a place far across the sea known as Evermeet, and none of you have probably ever run into me before, even though I'm over 300 years old. And I just seek to explore the world and see if it's suitable for the elves to return.
Awesome.
And I just made the Evermeet connection between Dwayne's character and Lex's character for Dwayne's. Yeah.
And I did as well. I had forgotten that Dwayne's character was from Evermeet.
Yep.
I wasn't trying to copy off you, Dwayne. I promise.
Oh, come on.
Brown nosing.
All right. So I put this map up for you guys and then realized there's things on here you're not supposed to see. So.
Oh, spooky.
Redacted.
So I just blacked them out. So it's really obvious that there's something cool over there.
Let's go that way.
So you can see here Neverwinter, you guys came south on the high road, and then you're heading on the Tribord Trail now to Phandelver. And yeah, so you guys have been doing. It is right there.
I see it. Yeah, I had to scroll.
Oh, and there's the Mirror of Dead Men, related to the Tyranny of Dragons.
Yes, this is very close.
Close.
They're really focusing on this area of the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because the Forgotten Realms is huge. It's nice that they're kind of focusing on one spot.
Huge is an understatement, I think.
All right. I'm supposed to ask you guys for a marching order. So let's go over to the other screen. Where was it? Over here.
I feel like maybe fighter, wizard, then cleric.
We can go from right.
That sounds good. I'll be rear guard.
This.
Oh, and I cast mage armor.
Okay. It's probably a good idea. All right, so now that we have that. Oh, actually, I don't need to go there. Okay. So we've got that. I am also supposed to ask you to think how your character could have come to know your dwarf patron Gundren Rockseeker. So I have some ideas here if you need help, or you can come up with anything.
Oh, if he's based out of Neverwinter, that's totally easy for Roy. Because history lesson for all those aware and unaware of Neverwinter, the guards are split up into two groups: the City Watch and the guards. And the guards are paid mercenaries, pretty much. They lack respect for the people, and they only care about the coin of their employer, which is Lord Neverember, Lord Protector Neverember. And the City Watch are for the people, not so much for the people's money. And so they deal more with, if your child goes missing, it's the City Watch's problem. If somebody's merchant's merchant place gets broken into, or a wealthy merchant's child goes missing, that's the guards' problem. The guards aren't very nice people, generally speaking, and the city watch are generally volunteers. So yeah, that's that. So if the fellow based himself in Neverwinter at some point and he ever had a problem, Roy might have heard about it. And if he pasted up a, hey, let's go do stuff outside of Neverwinter when Roy was retiring, then that's how Roy would have found it.
Cool.
Pretty cut.
All right. Well, Gundren Rockseeker came down with a terrible illness, and he was nursed back to health at my monastery. And that's at being trained in medicine. I was one of the attendants, and when he woke up, he was very excited, and he looked almost crazed, like he was seeing things. And I calmed him down, and I gave him a healing draught, and ever since then, he's stopped by every time he's passed by the monastery.
Awesome.
I better write this down.
It's good stuff.
I'm unclear how I would have known Gundren Rockseeker. I guess I'm just from Evermeet, kind of exploring, and I suppose I traveled up and down the trade road, just kind of checking things out, and unless there's something from the book that sounds tempting.
Is your character in need of money? It could be that simple.
It's that simple.
Okay.
It's that simple. Yep. I've basically gone through most of my funds as a noble, and now I need to actually work while I'm here on the mainland.
Cool. Yeah, that works. So a gentleman in the chat just showed me or gave me a map without the spoilery stuff on it.
Nice.
Getting that set up.
And tell me if you guys can ever hear a lawnmower go by. If you hear like a rumbling in my mic, I can probably fix that. But they're people gardening, or whatever, doing lawn care outside. So
It could be demons.
yeah, they could be. They could be giants.
They might be giants.
Yeah. I don't. But
And I don't know how it's pronounced, but I love calling the volcano Mount Hottenau. I'm guessing that's not how you actually pronounce it, but I think it's hilarious.
Somewhere
It is in your world.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm sure somewhere someone officially has said it. Officially.
They do love their silent letters, though, when they write
Yeah.
their names for Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
Yeah.
Just
How
straight
many
up.
apostrophes?
Could be Mount Hono. Who knows?
Well, it's like I always said Menzo Baranzan, and I just watched an interview with Ari Salvatore, and he says it Menzo Baranzan. I was like,
I
oh,
always
well, that
called
sounds better.
Yeah, something similar to what you Minzo Baranzan, yeah. Something. I don't know.
All right, so who wants to drive the wagon?
I, as a soldier background, know how to drive land vehicles.
Okay.
Same here. We can trade off.
Excellent. So yeah, I mean, like,
Let Lady Elath sit in the back.
I will sit in the back.
I mean, wait, can you send this,
Yeah.
this horse and buggy
There we go.
to the back there? You can kind of.
Right off. I'll sit in the back with my legs dangling off the edge.
Yeah. And so the ever perturbed looking monk and fighter can go. Where is that picture from? Like, is that from a movie or something?
That's from Brother Cadfile.
Ah, okay.
That's Derek Jacobi.
Yeah, I've seen that actor before. I couldn't place him.
Yeah, in the 1990s BBC series. He was a 12th century monk who solved murders.
Whoa, that's big.
I'm
Whoa.
intrigued. It's very intriguing.
I don't want to clean up after that horse.
Yeah, I just realized that there's supposed to be 2 oxen, so I got a different wagon.
A murder investigating monk sounds hardcore.
Ah,
All right, now that that's taken care of. It's kind of a huge wagon at this
magical
point.
wagon. I've heard of these. They shrink and they grow.
And what is our wagon filled with?
Yes, that's a good thing to ask. Okay, this wagon is packed with an assortment of mining supplies and food. This includes a dozen sacks of flour, several casks of salted pork, 2 kegs of strong ale, shovels, picks, crowbars, about a dozen of each, and 5 lanterns with a small barrel of oil, about 50 flasks in volume. And the total value of all this is about 100 gold. And
It was good of him to trust us.
yeah, and it's being pulled by 2 oxen.
It's filthy dwarf food, so it's not like no. Actually, Roy's best friend was a dwarf for most of his life until the dude, the dwarf mentioned, went off in one of those crazy Gauntle Grim hunts and perished violently.
Oh, that is sad.
Yeah. Talking about hot now, or whatever it's pronounced, that's where some people hunt for Gauntle Grim.
All right.
I think that looks like an acceptable caravan order.
I think it does too. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it. All right. Okay. So now something finally happens. So you've been on the Tribor Trail for about a half a day. As you come around a bend in the road, you spot 2 dead horses sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you, blocking the path. Each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of it. The woods press close to the trail here, with a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side.
Halt.
Yeah.
Stop the wagon.
This is some bizarre violence all of a sudden.
Are all the arrows coming from one direction? The way the shafts are in?
Yeah. Well, actually, I'll say it looks like they came from either side of the road.
Okay. So nobody was flying directly above. We've ruled that out. So is this an ambush spot? And is it too narrow to turn the wagon around here?
You could turn it around, but it would take some doing. You'd have to do like a 3-point turn or something like that.
Probably have to unhitch the oxen and spin it around. I don't know. Roy, I think Roy, for the best of him, will unhitch his sword and unhitch his shield and sword and probably hop out off the wagon and say, "Give me a moment, will you? I'd like to check out the bodies. You know, it's not every day that they leave horses in the middle of the paths like these. Normally, people travel them and."
This is probably an ambush, Roy.
Oh, it looks like the ambush has already happened, fair brother.
Lydia Lath, will you be safe if I follow Roy ahead?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on things here in the cart, and I have some magics that might help at this distance. So
Dwayne,
I'll just, yeah.
for me, do your best female voice.
Why, certainly. I will guard the wagon.
So
While you being strong men
you
go
know,
investigate
besides
problems.
Brother Bad Tiles' insistence that it might be some unnecessary ambush. Roy's gonna, he's got his sword and his shield out. Well, I guess he's got his sword at the ready, but not like brandishing it. And he'll go up to the horses and he'll kind of squat down and look at them. Are these things rancid? Like if they
no, they don't seem they've been dead that long. Let's see. Make a like a medicine check.
Medicine.
Let me.
Yeah. Roy isn't the most medicine inclined. He can pack a wound.
I go up there and
Roy will have his own look, just but he'll definitely let the good brother
Okay.
do his own fiddling.
Well, as you guys get closer, both Roy and Brother Badtile recognize these horses as Gundrins.
Oh.
And
That is-
yeah. And Brother Badtile, you inspect them and you believe these horses have been dead about a day. Or less
That's
than a
better
day.
than a minute.
Yeah.
So people couldn't have passed through here since then, which is
I take out one of the black arrows and really give it a good look.
Okay.
Have I seen anything like this before?
It seems they're pretty low quality arrows. They're not very well made. You also notice
Really pay more attention to their arrow production.
You also notice that the saddlebags have been looted, and nearby there lies an empty leather map case.
Oh.
now that's what Roy was gonna be searching for. Any sign of, like, is there besides the obvious dead horses and probably nice little pool of blood around them? Depends on how dry the dirt is. Is there any signs of like a struggle beyond the horses? I could probably roll for that. Some nonsense, maybe perception. Like, I'm looking for, like, if someone was dragged away kicking or screaming, or if there was a fight, in one direction or the other. Maybe somebody turned back.
Or a piece of equipment was dropped as it got looted.
Yeah. Just kind of.
Yeah, make a investigation roll.
I was going to say, I guess this is like one of the few times investigation would be relevant.
I'd like to help with that.
Okay.
Please, feel free.
Yes.
Feel free.
Don't worry, Roy. You're getting better. You've Brother Badtile is unfailingly polite, no matter what.
Awesome. It'll stick well with Roy. Roy loves himself some manners and respect.
Okay. Sorry, what did you want to know again? I'm like moving things around on the map.
Like, we've got a murder mystery on our hands. Like,
Okay.
Like, what is the what are the blood splatters? Where is the struggle?
I was
happening?
looking around this whole area to see if anything, like, we have a empty map case. Did anything get dropped? Was there anything in the bushes nearby? I'm making a circle about 25 feet radius, just looking for anything.
Okay. So John, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh, you didn't like my investigation?
Yeah, your investigation's fine, but I want a perception check too.
You bet.
Oh yeah. Can Roy? That chat reminds me. Thank you, Jack. Could Roy assist?
No, because
guess
you're
that was something that
investigating right
Yeah,
now.
I guess that would be something for the investigation, not like perception. Like, I'll help you look around this area.
Yeah. Yeah, we could have done that with the investigation.
I always forget assist is a thing.
Yeah.
What does that do for you? Advantage?
You get advantage,
Yes.
yeah.
So one person rolls, and then
Okay. Okay. So, all right. So, Roy, you can tell these arrows definitely killed the horses. Again, you think it happened about a day ago. You do see some tracks in the dirt. You're not sure what kind of creatures made them, but they definitely weren't human. Some kind of bipedal humanoid type creature, but they're wearing boots, but they're too small to be human. Probably too small to be dwarf even.
Could it be halflings? Well, they don't wear boots. Never mind.
Oh yeah, bare feet people. Could be kobolds, could be goblins, could be. any little
And
creepy
at
thing.
this point,
It
you
could be
guys can
children.
roll initiative.
That'd be terrifying. Little forest. Oh, roll initiative. You said.
Yes.
Click your token.
Click
Oh,
your token.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
That's our little chant. Roy,
I gotta step away for just a second.
Okay. Takes me a minute to do this anyway.
Oh.
So you guys actually can't see these guys. They're in the trees and stuff.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately, John did not roll well enough to spot them. They're pretty well hidden.
Yeah. A 10, you wouldn't think would be that great.
Most people's passive at base is 10. So anything higher than that. Spooky. Well, I guess Brother Bantile did get his ambush.
Okay, so they are going to get surprise on you guys.
I'm afraid it's all of our ambush.
Yeah.
You know what? I use the monster manual so I can have both open at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I remember their special power now.
Special power.
Yeah.
Nope.
So a goblin rushes at each of you guys checking out the horses.
Mm-hmm.
Like so.
Oh, spook.
And they're good. They attack you with scimitars.
Spooky.
So the first one attacks
That's not very nice.
Yeah.
Brother Badtile.
Hmm.
And that is a 5 to hit. And it's a 1, so it's going to miss
Well, that would
automatically.
be a miss.
For being assaulted, Dwayne.
And and then I rolled on the opposite side of the die on that one against Roy. That's a critical. Ouch. What a way to start the game. A 1 and
Yeah.
a 20.
You only need a 2-sider.
Heads I miss, tails I crit.
And you take 10 damage.
Cool. And I take it is slashing or piercing or
Slashing.
bludgeoning, so I take 7 damage.
Oh,
Because
nice.
I am heavily armored. So, but I am down to 6 HP.
Ouch.
One more hit of that. That could have straight up killed me, actually. I think almost.
And
First level characters. Very, very fragile.
And meanwhile, the other 2 goblins, which you cannot see, they're hidden, are going to fire arrows at you
Ah.
with their short bows.
Do the one thing again, Lex.
The one thing I did?
Yeah, more than one.
John, I think
Oh,
something up with your mic. Am I the only one hearing that?
no, I hear it too.
Oh, what's going on?
Staticky. It's like a weird.
Is this better?
No. It's
Yeah, it
weird.
just started. It's weird.
Maybe just quickly refresh your browser.
Okay.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
now
fine.
it's gone.
Well, I thought about refreshing my browser.
Ah, that did it.
Yeah.
The magic of
Wow.
thought.
That was weird.
Impressive.
All right, so you're each going to get a shot at you. So that one's at Brother Babtile. That's a 17. Does that hit?
Armor class 18.
Ooh.
Wow.
Cleric.
All right, so that is a miss. And a 19 versus Roy.
He likes you, Roy.
I guess, yeah.
Then it hit me.
I just realized I don't have my damage macros. 5
I'll take-
damage,
I'll take 2.
piercing. All right.
Slashing. I have unique resistance too.
And then they get to, as a bonus action, they get to hide. So the 2 in the woods are going to hide again. Oh, I guess I shouldn't show you those.
Damn, they sure can hide.
Yeah, they can hide really well. And the other 2 get to disengage, but they use their whole movement, so I guess they can't. So now it is, how do you say it? Elath?
Yeah.
Elath?
Yep. I laugh.
All right, it is your go, ma'am. I almost called
All
you
right.
sir.
All right, sir. Does it take any extra action to hop off the back of the wagon?
Yeah, I'd say it just takes like 5 more feet of your move.
Okay. Okay. So there's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And now let me just see what kind of range I am. Okay, so I am out of range to be helpful. From beneath my cloak, I produce a hand crossbow, and I will take a shot at one of them, even though I will have a disadvantage of this because of the range.
Okay.
I will still try to hit that guy.
Okay.
So here goes. And that is a crit fail.
Okay.
Welcome to level 1, everybody.
Yeah.
Where you can be killed by a stiff wind and can't hit shit.
Don't feel bad, Lady Laugh.
All right, Brother Bad Tile.
Okay, so I'm going to use one of my domain spells.
Okay.
I can't tell what square Roy's in, but I want to be able to touch him. Not in a bad way.
There, he's in that square.
There's no bad way, good sir.
Is there a grid, or is it just?
There is. Can you not see it?
No, I can't.
Weird.
I can see it.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
the
see
strangest
it.
thing. Like, I was confused because, like, see, I can make my ruler go all.
Now, John, if you move like that, you will get an opportunity attack from that goblin.
May I disengage and still cast?
Yes, if it's a bonus action spell.
I can now see the grid. That's
Weird.
just the weirdest thing.
Okay.
Do you have... I don't know what you're doing, but...
Yeah, Mrs. May I just peruse 1 second?
If you have Healing Word, I know that's a bonus action.
Yeah. I would like to note that my feat, heavy armor master, is already.
Yes,
set
I
my
do.
life. Otherwise, I'd have gone unconscious. I didn't have it.
Yeah, that's a nice feat, especially for a first level dude. That's awesome.
Okay, so I do that, and I use my healing word.
And actually, to do that, you wouldn't even have to move away from the other guy if you don't want to, because it has a 30-foot range.
Yeah, so you could cast it and attack him.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so let's do the healing first, because
Okay.
Roy is feeling a little down right now.
Yeah.
And
So it's going to be a D4 plus your wisdom modifier.
yeah, I thought when I clicked there, oh, here it is, cast spell, sorry.
Nice.
I don't think that's possible.
That is not.
He gets a bonus because
it
he's a
is.
life cleric.
You're a
Oh,
life
yeah.
cleric. I always
Plus
forget.
3 on all healing.
Wow, I go
Yeah.
up to max health.
Yeah,
Thank you,
life
brother.
clerics are freaking
I am
awesome
bolstered.
at healing.
All right. And then I have this
Wow.
guy in front of me. Help me out on the spells that don't require an attack of opportunity. What are they called?
Spells don't do that anymore. If it's a ranged spell that you have to roll to hit, it just gives you disadvantage if someone is threatening you.
All right, I don't want a disadvantage. So,
But Healing Word, you don't have to actually target. Like, you don't have to
Right.
roll to hit, so it doesn't matter.
yeah, well, now I want to roll to hit on this guy in front of me.
With
No,
a spell?
No, with a mace.
Okay. Yeah, so there
And-
are no attacks of opportunity from casting spells anymore, which is nice.
Okay, it's just that, but you do get disadvantage.
Unless you use a spell with a save, then there is no repercussion.
Right.
Sacred
Oh,
Flame.
And that's only ranged spells.
Okay. Sorry to be slow.
It's all right.
Um,
This is the beginner adventure. It's supposed to be slow.
I did call it our long play.
Okay. I would like to cast a bless.
Okay. Or
I don't
actually, you can't do
I don't
that.
think you can. Yeah.
Because?
You can't cast 2 spells in a round unless one of them's a cantrip.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, back to the mace.
And that one's a pretty obscure rule, too. A
Yeah.
lot of people miss because
Yeah.
it's like one sentence in
Yeah.
the first paragraph of spellcasting, which nobody. Like, come on.
I read it.
Shut up.
Well, Dwayne's a tyrant DM, so.
Yeah.
That's right.
Can't wait to see Dwayne is a tyrant.
Oh no! So I can do a cantrip. Let's do Sacred Flame.
Okay.
And this awful goblin has run up, and have you no manners?
Good sir.
Okay.
2 radiant.
So DC 13 Dex save. Let's see. Whoops. I don't need to do that. He failed. So he takes 2 radiant damage.
Shining points of damage.
Great round.
Yeah.
You blast him. He burns.
Blast him, sass
He
him.
curses at you in Goblin.
Nope.
All right. Are you done, John?
Yes, I
Okay.
certainly am after all that.
All right. So now the goblins get to go again.
We don't like that.
So Brother Baptile, the one on you, is going to attack you with his scimitar.
Okay, armor class 18.
He misses. And the newly healed Roy is going to be attacked by a goblin with a scimitar. 17?
That does not hit.
Nice.
I also
And
have 18.
let's see.
One heavily armored crew. And the elf.
Let's see. This guy's going to move
She is doing her best.
and
Yeah.
take a shot at Brother Bad Tile. Am I saying that right?
Correct. Brother Bad Tile.
And that's an 18
That's a hit.
with a short bow. I keep looking for my macros and they're not here. For 3 whole damage. Plink.
Okay. So am I taking the damage on my sheet, or are you doing that?
Yeah, you can do it either on your token or on your sheet, and it should change your health bar. You can just type -3. Yep. Sweet. Yeah, I let you guys do your own damage. And then the other one is going...
So we can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's going to hide again, or he. You don't know because you can't see it. Okay. And then the other one is going to take a shot at Elath. 8. That's probably a miss.
That is a totally a miss.
And then he is going... Whoops. I want to do that hidden. He is going to hide. Okay. And it's Roy's go.
Awesome. 1 second. While I get my class in order here, because I don't have everything fighters do memorized, so I gotta make sure I got my...
What? You don't have
Okay,
all
yeah.
your shit memorized at level
Yeah.
1? First
I
session?
couldn't remember what came first, second win or action surge, so I had to double check. And it's second win, so I can also heal myself, which is really nice. Okay, so with that in mind, Roy is not gonna have any of this goblin nonsense, and is going to hopefully put the thing down in front of him. 13 for 10.
13 is a miss.
Ooh.
Oh, these guys are tough.
With that,
These are not your second edition goblins.
Yeah. With that, Roy is going to move over just to here, kind of make a circle,
Okay.
just in case he needs to make a break to help the elf,
Okay.
wizard. So, yeah, without exposing the good brother too much.
All right, Elath. Now, this one over here in the woods, you can make a perception roll to see if you can see it.
Okay, let me try and make that perception roll. Is that free?
Yes.
Okay.
You do not see it.
Okay.
You know it's in there somewhere, but you can't see it.
Okay. Let me see who needs the help. Let's go one-on-one with all these bad guys.
That's
Wait, I might already be close enough. Let me see here. Nope, not quite. So,
Well, that's the one you can't see.
Oh, okay.
So
Never mind.
the only two you can see are the two that are in melee with your friends right now.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could roll to see the one on the other side if you want, but
I'll go up to there, and
Okay.
that should put me at 60. Yep. All right, and then you're about to see the spell.
ooh, magic.
Yes.
Goblins no like magic unless they're casting it.
This is called Ray of Frost.
Ooh. That is a hit.
Okay. 2 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Nice. So you freeze him a bit.
Yep. And let's see, I still have 15 feet of movement.
Okay.
I'll get right there. That's my turn.
Okay. Brother Bad Tile.
Hmm. For the bad tile, we'll just move here, and level 1 spell. Okay, so now I will cast my Bless. And this will give everyone a D4 on attacks and saving throws.
Nice.
And I can also do a cantrip, is that true?
Yeah, if it's a bonus action or a reaction to cast.
Right.
And sadly enough, that bless only affects the good brother and Roy, as the wizard is out of range.
Correct.
Poor wizard.
It's quite sad. Let's see. So I cast that. I can't swing. Actually, all my cantrips are 1 action, so I am done.
Okay. All right. So Goblin is going to attack Roy with his scimitar.
Out of here. Oh, it's
22.
I see where this adventure is gonna take us.
And by the way, on your core stats in your character sheet, you can just type in the 1d4.
Oh, cool. So
And I take 0 damage.
On attack.
Oh, that's right. You have damage reduction 3, don't you?
Yep.
Very nice.
Roy's significant experience and training the City Watch in proper armor cinching and wearing is.
And that's a 21 versus Brother Bad Tile
That would be a hit.
with a scimitar from a mean little goblin for 4 slashing damage. And one's going to take a pot shot at the elf. 12?
No.
No. And then we'll hide again. And another one will take a pot shot at Brother Bad Tile. 16?
Miss.
Miss. And he will hide again. I rolled the exact same thing for both those hide rolls. That's hilarious. All right, Roy.
Hey, Roy is going to just attack this gob for 16 for 7.
That is a hit. And you drop him.
Awesome.
You cleave him with your long sword. He is laying on the ground in a quickly spreading pool of his own blood.
That's what they get for being so rude.
That's right.
Wow.
So Roy is rather unfazed by the slaying of goblins. It's definitely not his first rodeo. With that, he is going to come supply a little bit of support uh, for the good brother and be done.
Okay.
A
You
timely
laugh.
arrival, Roy.
Yeah.
Here for you, brother. None of you shall fall as long as I stand.
Elath.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a creative minor illusion I could do. I don't know if I really got anything good. It only goes out to 30 feet. That's kind of the problem with minor illusion. Out here in the open, I don't know if they're going to buy any of it.
Actually, now that I think about it, let me check. Yeah, actually, the 2 hide rolls that those goblins just did were so bad that you guys can actually see them with your passive perceptions. So these goblins think that they're hid, but they're not.
Okay, so the question stands. Knowing that, can I recon my movement?
Sure. Yeah.
So assuming, sorry, brother, I'm helping you in a different
I had
direction.
this vision that he came. I suppose it was just wishful thinking.
Yeah.
They do have half cover because they're in the trees from ranged attacks. So
From Roy charging up.
yeah.
Who cut you down?
Is there any kind of cover or undergrowth within 30 feet of me?
There's an ox.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more like undergrowth. Any luck?
Yeah, once you get off of the road, there is. So the road is probably about 5 feet to either side of the wagon. So once you get back there, past there,
Okay.
you can hunker down and find some something.
All right, let me move out here. 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 30 feet away. So like right from there, which is in undergrowth.
If you go one more square, you will be. You're
There?
still on the road right
Oh, okay.
there.
Okay. So I gotta. Okay. I'll move one more up. And then I am going to create the minor illusion of a. It can be no bigger than a 5-foot cube. You know what? I'll go auditory. I'll make it sound like a lion crashing out of the undergrowth
Okay.
toward this goblin right here.
Okay.
So yeah, from about somewhere over in this direction, it sounds like something is crashing through the undergrowth toward
First
that goblin.
goblins, and now we're being beset upon by lions.
Oh my.
We should have agreed
Okay.
on a code, some kind of code word first.
I'm frightened.
That's awesome.
And that's my turn.
Awesome. Is there a saving throw for minor illusion?
Okay. Sound. The sound continues unabated for a minute, or I can make discrete sounds at different times before the spell ends. If a creature uses its action to examine the sound or image, the creature can determine that it's an illusion with a successful intelligence investigation check
Okay.
against my spell save.
But he has to like make the effort to do that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So he actually fails his morale check. What's a good symbol for scared shitlets? Oh, the boot, because he's gonna run. All right, Brother Bad Tile.
Brother Bad Tile has taken quite some damage. So the first thing he'll do is, as a bonus action, is his healing word upon himself.
Okay. Nice.
That actually puts me to full.
Life clerics are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
And since that was a bonus action, I can use my... I don't have my mace in hand because I'm casting spells, most of which have somatic gestures. So I will use the Sacred Flame again.
You
on the
can
one that I wounded
draw
with
your
the sacred-
weapon as part of your action.
Excuse me?
You can draw your weapon as part of your action. So you could take your mace out and attack with it if you want to.
And then I'd have to drop it next time. Now I'll just Sacred Flame once again on this goblin in front of me.
Well, you could sheath it as part of your action next turn.
Oh, okay, that's good to know, but I didn't do it this turn. Instead, another 2 radiant damage.
All right, let's see.
If they don't.
We made a
another 0
save.
radiant damage.
And actually, if you get, are you using a shield?
Yes.
If you get your holy symbol put on your shield, you can do your somatic gestures with your shield hand, and you don't even have to put your weapon away, as long as it's
I will be putting my money towards
yeah.
Saloon's eyes and stars.
As long
all
as it's
over
a
my shield.
spell that uses your divine focus, which I think most of them do. But if you have a somatic spell that doesn't, then you have to have the whole free hand. It's this weird rule.
We'll learn that
Yeah.
the hard way.
All right.
That's it for me.
So he is surrounded by holy light, but somehow is not burned by it this time. And he is going to respond by swinging at you with his scimitar. 19.
Oh, he swings hard.
3 damage.
But not too hard.
So the one in melee with Roy is going to attack him with his scimitar.
Come on, Gramps.
7. And then the other one flees. He is actually, he's dashing, so he's far away, and he's going to hide. Let's hope he rolls better than last time.
Well,
Let's see if that's good enough to beat your guys' passive. Yes, it is. So he disappears into the trees. You hear him kind of running off.
mind your manners next time.
All right, Roy. So there's only 2 left at this point.
Is going to attack the gob and slay it
Nice.
with a critical, by the way. It's blue because of bless.
Okay.
Actually got minimum bless.
Yeah, you
so
kill him.
11 damage. So Roy kicks the goblin's knee out from under it. It falls to one knee, and he lops its head off.
Nice.
And
I just have to say, for the people in the peanut gallery, if you're gonna like criticize our rules, make sure you know what you're talking about, because you guys don't. Sorry. Go read the book again.
so assuming I can move here, I know I'm crashing through undergrowth. So he'll do that and be done.
All right, Elath.
I will have the minor illusion continue to pursue that goblin.
Awesome.
Oh, at least the lion's going away.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys don't know where this lion came from, but it doesn't sound like something you want to mess with.
No, I don't blame that goblin.
That's probably as close as I want to get. Yeah, and so then it can stay, within 30 feet of me. So, yeah, and I will then attempt to Ray of Frost this guy.
Okay.
He's already wounded too.
He is.
5 cold. I think if that hits.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
I hope it hits a gob.
And that actually finishes them off. You freeze him. He's like this frozen goblin statue.
And I will.
Why do you laugh? I am in your debt.
I'll say, Brother Bad Tile, there was no lion. I don't even know if lions live around here. That was an illusion I created.
Ah.
And get used to that. So there's probably going to be a lot of that. So
A lot of lions. Got it.
Yeah. Well, it'll probably be different things, but maybe we should set up some kind of hand gesture or something. I don't know.
That's a good idea.
Roy says, "It seems the
I got
wizard
it.
is playing a part-time bard for us right now."
Yeah.
Awesome. Well done, guys.
Yay.
So you do have the one goblin that ran away. Is anyone interested in trying to chase him down?
Well, my illusion sticks around for a minute. So I'll just have it kind of patrol at the edge of its range out here. So it's going to sound like there's like a lion patrolling through the undergrowth up here. And hopefully that'll keep him away.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. If we're not pursuing, I will be healing myself. Do I even have to roll?
I don't know. Do you?
Well, okay. I just will do it.
Well, I mean, if your minimum is enough to heal you, then you don't.
Well, you should have. You used 3 spell slots, I believe. 2 healing words and a bless.
And let's see. The bless is always prepared. And
it still uses a slot when you
Yeah,
cast it,
spell
though.
slots, though.
It just doesn't count against your prepared spells.
Yeah. So you can prepare any spell on the cleric list equal to your wisdom modifier plus your level. And then you can cast any of the spells that you've prepared equal to the number of slots that you have.
okay. In that
Which I think
case,
is 3.
I just bleed.
Well,
Not
you guys
really.
could rest if you wanted to. You can do an hour rest and roll a hit die.
I mean, if you subscribe to the idea that is not mechanical of bloodied, not mechanically,
Right.
then you're fatigued. Your
Yes.
awareness has been
Yeah.
worn down.
Mm-hmm.
You're not
What
actually taking.
are hit points, really, if you want to get into the philosophy
Yeah.
of the game?
Yeah, the way I kind of do it is until you're at half, you haven't taken like you're not actually injured. It's just like you're fatigued, like Nathan said, or
Well, I'm old,
Yeah. In a
That's
unique
right. You
way,
gotta catch your
not
breath.
exhausted.
Well, that's it for my spells.
So, as long as I had to haul myself out of the wagon, I might as well go do an investigation roll on whatever's going over here by the horses.
Yeah.
okay.
Welcome to join us, my fair lady.
Yes. Let's see what I can see. Not much, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, nothing that the others didn't already see.
Good job, kind sirs. Your eyes are sharp.
We look upon our slain foe and see what kind of equipment they have.
They have a bunch of crappy equipment.
Were they shooting those black crappy arrows
Yes.
that we saw before?
Yes, they were.
Tisk, yes.
Yes.
I'm going to do a medicine roll just to bandage my wounds.
Okay.
That might not do anything, but I do it anyway. And
Nice.
don't want to be infected.
That's
you
right.
I
have-
bet these are rusty and nasty
Yes.
looking.
I'm sure.
They probably reuse them whenever they can. So.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even really straight.
Oh, that was some good work. I would have followed if not for the brothers' divine favors.
Well, I must rest to get those favors back, or we can press on without them.
Well, hopefully we can press further into our objective, as it were, and hope that we do not befall any more of these green skin ambushes.
Yes. You both have impressive martial skills, I will say that. You're truly paragons of strength and durability.
Should have seen me when I was younger, and excellent to you too in your your magics, though I do not subscribe to such things. I see the value in them. Compliments all around. What is this party?
Well, we are quite polite, as we should be.
You guys are still on the honeymoon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Implement Adventure League.
Not to be mining for inspiration, but that flattering people is one of my character traits.
Ah,
Ting, ting, ting.
Yeah.
Sure, you could have inspiration.
Yeah.
I only get inspiration from my bonds if I actually die for one of you people. It's your worth dying for.
oh, that's nice. So, do you want to continue further?
Yes, I think we should push on to
Now we can take a short rest, and then you can spend one of your hit die, and then you'll recover your Constitution modifier plus 1d8 hit points. But then your hit die is spent. So
Right.
it depends how it kind of depends. You don't have any other healing, so if we get into another row, you really won't be able to do anything. You know what I mean? So maybe we should take an hour and.
Yes, let me rest my old bones. And so I have a +2 Constitution modifier. I can't roll worse than a 1. That puts me at full.
Cool. And Dwayne, you can recover 1 spell level too if you want.
Yeah, I didn't even use a level 1 spell. I don't. Think
Oh, that's right. That's a cantrip.
No,
right.
Ray of Frost and Minor Illusion, so I'm good.
And if I'm doing my health, can I also get a spell back?
No, that's a wizard thing.
Oh, it's a wizard thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I did. Mage Armor was my first level spell, so
You
I
could
can
get it
recover
back
that.
if you
Yep,
want.
sweet.
All right.
It's acting so weird. I bet it's something wrong with one of your your headset cable or something, John.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you were doing it, but it is gone.
Yeah, it kind of comes and goes.
Oh.
It might be. I don't know. Could be another thing.
So Eleth goes over to the horses and she's kind of stroking the sides of the horses, and she says, "I can't believe you people ride these things here. They're only raised for meat and never meat."
Is that why it's called Evermeat?
That's right. It's short for everything's meat.
That's fascinating.
So the rumors of elves potentially being cannibals are true. I kid you, my lady. I kid.
No, they eat horses, not other elves.
Yeah.
Well, if you all insist on your rests, I will not worry you for them. So we can take maybe one side of the wagon and have our backs to it, and hopefully make some bulwark from it.
Awesome.
All right. And afterwards, should we drag these dead horses out of our way so we can continue?
If we mean to continue, then yes, it will be some action. Unless the fair lady has some spells that can make them move themselves.
Sorry. No, nothing.
Animate
nothing
dead
that
horse.
Surely both your great strength can easily move aside these giant creatures.
I was just not looking forward to ruining these gloves, though it seems my boots have already been ruined by the green skin's blood.
Those are fine gloves.
Yes.
Maybe there's
Right.
something we can use to cover up your gloves in the back of this wagon.
But we do take an hour then. Lex.
Okay. Sure.
We get
And then we
Andrew in that
pull
hour.
these dead horses out, and then
Okay.
on our way.
Here, I'll just delete them. All right. Let's go ahead and take 5. I have to use the restroom before we
Okay.
get into the next thing. It's kind of early, but smoke them if you got them.
And thank you all for your help with spellcasting.
Yeah,
This
no
is,
problem.
A new system to me.
Yeah.
Although I have DM'd it, I realized I was really doing it badly.
Well, it's a lot different as a player. You don't have to worry about that kind of
Yeah.
stuff as a GM.
No, I am, but I didn't catch any of my players doing it wrong, which
Yeah.
none of them did it right.
Luckily, 5th edition, it can be solved by just a sentence or two. You know, if we were in 3.5, well, spellcasting.
Yeah.
Let us
Just
pause
get
the
out
game
this
for an hour.
handbook.
Yeah, and I run a cleric. I play a cleric on the Thursday night game, so
Oh, good.
I've poured over that stuff quite a bit. So.
Yeah.
I that'll help. All right, 5 minutes.
I will be right back.
I'm gonna unplug and plug my headphones in, see if that helps.
Okay. So, for I guess the peanut gallery at home, like I sometimes do, I really must recommend stuff on Lex's YouTube, on Lex's site, Starwalker Studios, where you can find his podcasts on tabletop gaming, from tabletop gaming to beer and other things in between. So I think a lot of those are currently on hiatus, the ones that are not gaming or beer, and Star Citizen. On his YouTube, you can find content from other D&D sessions where you will find some of them with Dwayne and myself, along with Lex, of course, being the DM. I must recommend, besides checking out everything there, the Tyranny of Dragons campaign, which you will also be able to check out if you follow here on Thursdays, but not this Thursday. This Thursday, we are skipping for that campaign, but there is a one-shot with a different group for this. But Mondays, for the next several weeks, we will be doing our long play of the Mind's Adventure.
And I will also, the Princes of the Apocalypse campaign that I will be dungeon mastering will also be on Starwalker Studios.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Lex said he would do all that stuff, so
Awesome.
So why not? Well, you know.
And that'll be great because him as a player, the audience won't get to see all the GME stuff if there is any, so they won't enjoy any spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah, so soonish Friday, some Friday in the future, soonish.
I want to jump. I want to jump in. Maybe next Friday. I definitely don't want to lose the kind of the fire that I got going right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already probably read enough to go with it, but I really want to know this one. And of course, we got to get character concepts and make sure we got enough players. You and Lex are the only two to respond. Chrissy's also on the forums, but she hasn't put in a character concept yet. But
so she'll do that. I may or may not, if we don't get another person from our established group, unless you have people in the mind, I may or may not have a person I can recommend that I know is a quality player of D&D, who's only been admittedly playing for about a month now, but is shaping up to be one of the best RPers I've ever seen.
The people that are brand new to the whole hobby are usually extremely creative. Yeah, that's what I've always, because they don't really know. They just describe what they're going to do, and it's usually, and it's a lot of fun. They bring kind of an energy to it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's a lot more character based and a lot less, because no matter how good you want to base the character, with experience, there's always in the back of your mind, it's going to suck mechanically, which, everybody wants to make a good character, but at the same time, you want to have fun mechanically.
Yeah, it's easier in this version than it was, I think, in 4th. This version, just the addition of backgrounds really allows you to flesh it out, and you can't really make a bad choice there. You could pair any background with any class and race, and it would still, be useful.
Yeah, and especially because there isn't so much MAD in 5th edition where you can gimp yourself. You get a physical stat and a mental stat, and everything else can go by the wayside as much as one cares to. I still wouldn't recommend making a bard with an 8 in charisma, but that's kind of the thing with Sir Donegan, which, by the way, his name was originally Donegar, but I actually think I prefer it as Sir Donegan. I think I prefer the name. I think you typoed it as Donegan. I decided I liked the name better. I don't know why. But
Then
it
we
was
just
cute.
need like a fighter named Walter and a monk named the Dude,
Yeah.
and it can be
Of-
Dude, Walter, and Donnie. You know.
Yeah. But it's gonna be interesting with Don because he's not gonna be because he's a paladin, but he's not the biggest fan of the whole divine thing. Like, of course, he has divine powers, but he thinks his strength comes from the will of civilization more than it does from the gods.
That's a cool twist. Yeah, that's really cool.
And also, John disappeared,
Yes.
but he'll probably be back.
I think he said he was resetting or something.
Yeah.
To
I wonder what happened to
Take care of this.
Kyle.
Yeah, he
He must have just
Blake.
completely spaced about it
Yeah.
today. Watch him show up Thursday. Be like, dude, you're on the wrong night.
Hey, hey, John.
Hey there. Yeah, I decided I'll unplug and replug my headphones in, and the whole browser crashed.
What?
Who knows?
Oh man. I haven't had any problems tonight, which is a first.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, I was worried because everyone kept freezing for me, and I was the only one in motion. But that's obviously sorted itself out.
All right, so what do you guys want to do now? You've dragged the horses away.
Did we pick up any clues or anything from that? Or was that just kind of a wet? Was that the tutorial fight? Is that what we went through right there?
I don't know.
Actually, before we set off, I think not Don, Christ. Roy is going to take that map case. Does it have like any identifying marks, like it was our employers or whatever his name was? Like,
Gundren.
does it like have his
Gundren
name?
Rockseeker.
Gundren Rockseeker. Does it have like his name or some kind of emblem or?
Maker's Mark.
Yeah, a maker's mark, sure.
Make an intelligence roll.
Intelligence, that is definitely not good old Roy's specialty, as that is his lowest stat, but he will try.
Perhaps
Wow,
I could take
it's-
a look at it, Roy.
Okay, that was so close.
Yeah, I just toss it over and whatnot, and Roy will assist Elath at examining.
Okay,
the
you're like,
tomb.
there's something about this I can't quite put my finger on it.
Is it just a straight intelligence roll or
Yeah.
investigation?
Yeah, just intelligence.
So you get advantage on it, but oh well. There's nothing about
You
this
guys
tomb.
both
Hold
got a
on.
9.
On.
There's something very familiar about this case.
What did I looked at it.
Yeah, the good brother pulls it out like you fools.
Yeah, you
I would never say that.
yeah.
you remember it, Bad Tile. You saw Gundren carrying this case once.
Yes.
Excellent.
Look, here's his drool right here.
Roy, I guess, is just going to keep hold of it, just kind of a, the dude is gone, and here is sort of my proof,
dude.
I guess. I don't know what his
Gundren
reason
is
behind
now
it
the dude.
Yeah, but
He
but
loves
Roy is-
White Russians.
And bowling.
That's
Bowling.
right. He's a pretty decent bowler.
Roy's going to keep hold of it. His reasoning being, it's proof that the dude's gone or something, or maybe he'll be happy to get it back if he's not, a pile of meat somewhere.
All right, so what's the plan?
Continue on, I suppose.
to
Okay.
Phandalin.
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 We need the supplies delivered, and we need to report that Gundren is missing.
Yeah. There were 2 horses.
Yes,
So-
he had a. We were told that he had a bodyguard.
Yes.
Oh, he has a body. Okay, I thought maybe he had a relief horse or something.
Yep.
So
His bodyguard was Sildar Hallwinter.
Sildar Hallwinter.
Yep. All right. So you guys arrive in Phandalin. Hey,
Fancy fresh.
there we go.
Uh,
Here's a
we go
little
to-
map of the
I
town.
believe it's Barzan's.
What?
What?
Didn't you call it Barzan's?
Oh yes. What is it called? Yeah, Barthen's Provisions.
Barthen's Provisions. Also,
We look for Barthen's Provisions. There's people on the streets and whatnot.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, this town isn't on like fire or anything, is it?
It's on fire. There's a blue dragon circling
Okay,
overhead.
Oh God, flashbacks.
Yeah. Here we go.
Here we go again.
You're gonna
Kobolds
regret using
everywhere.
all your
Oh God. Tyranny of Dragons, everyone. Check out what we're talking about on Lex's YouTube.
Yeah, that's right.
Session 1. go.
Okay. You know what? I am gonna just go to the one with all the stuff on it.
Yes, we find a helpful peasant and tells us what
Yes.
everything is.
You guys find the visitor station where they hand out free maps and you pick one
Excellent.
up.
Oh,
Pick one up.
Like a kiosk.
Yeah. The
Wow.
welcome to Phandelver.
Yeah.
Oh, the CVB. That's cool. Convention Visitors
And it
Bureau.
has everything but Barthen's Provisions.
Oh, does
I
it
see
really?
it.
Where?
No,
where
it's
was
north and near the center.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Thank you. I was blind for a moment. That's what I needed.
Whoa. Suddenly we learn everything. I know.
In fact, since we come up the Triboard Trail, that will be one of the first buildings we run into.
Yes, you are correct.
Oh,
We brought the provisions, but we have bad news about Gundren Rockseeker. Who's there? Who are we talking to?
You are talking to Barthen. Let me
I was gonna
find.
say Barthen.
Barthen.
Yeah, he named it after himself. He's very vain. Let's see.
He's a miner. And he likes.
His name is Elmar Barthen. He is a lean and balding human male of about 50 years old with a kindly manner. He has a couple clerks working there too who start unloading the wagon for you once you arrive. He says, "Oh, I'm glad that you guys are here. I've been expecting this. Unfortunately, Gundren has not arrived."
Yes, we have bad news about that. You see, we found his horses riddled with goblin arrows, and this map case that I know is his was left behind.
Oh no! Did you see Gundren or his body?
but
Gods forbid.
We were ambushed by a small group of goblins ourselves. Luckily, a friendly lion helped us defeat them.
It was quite the peculiarity, I must say.
Are there even lions in this area?
No, I don't think so. I think that'd be
Are
farther
now.
south.
Yeah, there's at least one.
You guys are fairly close to the where the tundra and stuff is.
Well, they could be saber-toothed lions.
Yeah.
Ice lions.
So Elmar says, "Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Yeah, I've heard tale of issues with goblins in this area lately. Maybe
I show him one of the black arrows.
maybe brave adventurers like you could go try to figure out what happened to them. Maybe they're still alive."
Is there a goblin village nearby that you know? It's a big world out there.
He says, "Well, I don't know, but Lenine Greywind over at the Lion Shield Coster, I believe, knows more about the goblins."
See, there is a lion.
There's a lion shield costume.
I'm seeing things just come together here.
Seeing in my mind.
Also, he pays you guys. You each get 10 gold.
I was about to bring that up.
Oh, thank you. Are there any? Could you direct me to the smithy? And of course, I can probably hear him banging right behind us. I want to see if 10 gold will get transfer my holy symbol onto my shield.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. What's the shield cost? Like, not very much, right?
We can find out. I'm betting less than 20 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces.
10
Okay,
gold
so
pieces.
yeah, I'd say for like a gold, you could do that.
All right, I do that.
Okay. So yeah, Gundren, Barthen considers Gundren a friend. He's really worried about him.
So are we.
He tells you that Gundren was very excited about talk of discovering the lost mines of Phandelver.
Mines, not lost mines. Got
Yeah,
it.
like Phandelver's pact. And if anyone has history, you can make a roll to see if you know what he's talking about.
I do not.
Or you can roll anyway. You can just roll intelligence if you don't have it. Oh my God. Well, Brother Badtail knows all about it.
Well, we talked about this in the monastery. In fact, one of the things I had to do in the monastery was the old books were starting to fade away, and so I worked as a scribe, and I would transfer them to new books. And I happened to, yes, the Lost Mines, I had to actually inscribe 3 times. That's why it stuck with me.
All right. So are you going to tell your friends all this?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So I'll just tell
And of
everybody.
course, instead of the details, what I really care about is the calligraphy, and they have to like shut me up about that. But eventually, I give them the gist.
Would never shut you up. It's endlessly fascinating.
Yeah,
Elath is rapt attention.
I wish I could hand this over to you, John, and let you read this.
Well, just pretend you.
Okay, repeat every sentence after me. No.
Repeat every. No.
All right. So more than 500 years ago, clans of dwarves and gnomes made an agreement known as the Phandelver's Pact, by which they would share a rich mine in a wondrous cavern known as Wave Echo Cave. In addition to its mineral wealth, the mine contained great magical power. Human spellcasters allied themselves with the dwarves and gnomes to channel and bind that energy into a great forge called the Forge of Spells, where magic items could be crafted. Times were good, and the nearby human town of Phandalin prospered as well. But then disaster struck when orcs swept through the north and laid waste to all in their path. A powerful force of orcs, reinforced by evil mercenary wizards, attacked Wave Echo Cave to seize its riches and magic treasures. Human wizards fought alongside their dwarf and gnome allies to defend the Forge of Spells, and the ensuing spell battle destroyed much of the cavern. Few survived the cave-ins and tremors, and the location of Wave Echo Cave was lost. So Gundren, it sounds like, thinks he might know where it is.
interesting. So he's a glory seeker of some sort, some lost legacy.
Yeah, nothing makes a dwarf more excited than a rediscovery of an ancient, awesome mine.
Oh,
Especially one with
yes.
magic.
Roy is sickly aware of that, as referencing his best friend who died on a hunt for Gauntlethorn.
Well, let's go get your shield rebuilt.
Yes.
Let us go see that.
While the
Lenine-
smithy's working on that, we can go to the lion shield. Speaking of shields and lions.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Let me see if there's anything interesting at the smithy.
Ah.
I don't think there is. I don't think it's even in here.
Oh, it's right across the street, I've just realized.
Yeah.
I that's how I knew where it was. I could hear him bang.
Yeah, you can literally hear the clang, clang, clang.
Clanging and clang.
Yeah, I was going to say, this time I won't make the clanging joke. All right,
Does
no.
there doesn't happen to be a shrine to Saloon in here in this village, is there? I don't see anything on here.
It's like
No,
the
the-
Kimura.
I
Yeah.
see a shrine of luck.
Yeah, the Shrine to Timora is the only shrine / temple that they have.
What about Sister Grail? Is she's not. Who's she? Sister Grail, right next to the Shrine of Luck. I'm guessing she's probably a cleric of Timora.
Yes, I believe so.
Administers the shrine, maybe.
Yes.
Not something we particularly know.
She's an
about.
elf? Hmm.
Makes her immediately trustworthy.
That's right.
Oh, I didn't know that, Lady Elath.
Well, can always trust an elf.
All right, so you guys are going to the Lion Shield Coster.
Correct.
I do have an entry for that. Hanging above the front door of this modest trading post is a sign shaped like a wooden shield with a blue lion painted on it.
Lady Elath, why don't you make the roar come out of the sign?
Make it so. I do. I make the sign roar.
Awesome.
It spooks some poor passersby.
Yeah, right. Some people are like,
The town drunk.
That's a sign.
it's coming alive. All right, so you guys head inside, and there are all manner of arms and armor for sale here.
Okay. That was my follow-up question. What is a coster?
Yeah.
'Cause I know there's a such thing as a costermonger, but I believe that is a person who shouts things out, like on a street, buy this, buy this. I think.
I think a coster is a group of an allied group of merchants that sort of travel together and work together.
They make aerosol valves and actuators and spray pumps. That's what costers are. No, they are one who hawks fruit, green vegetables, and fish. But these hawk weapons and armor, I suppose.
Yeah.
In the
Hawkers.
shape of green vegetables and fish.
Yes, and lions.
You see inside, behind the counter, is a human woman, kind of middle-aged. Greetings, welcome to the Lion Shield Coster. Strangers, what can I do you for?
Oh, greetings, good woman. We were sent by Elmar. We have lost a good friend who was waylaid by goblins, and he thought you might be able to tell us where we should search for him.
I don't know where the goblins are holed up. I do know that they've been attacking our caravans, our shipments.
Yes.
Quite a few of our goods have been stolen by them. If you do find them and you can return our goods, I would happily pay you a reward.
How would we know what to look for? I mean, how would we know it was yours?
She says, well, if they're still packed, they'll be in crates bearing our emblem. Otherwise, I can give you an inventory of what was stolen.
It's an impressive sign you have outside.
Static, please.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I make it roar again.
Oh my, it's never done that before. Can you make it do that all the time? It might be good for business.
That would be awesome.
I sure can. You'll know we're here because you'll hear the lions roar.
So, you say you are. I do not mean to intrude without getting your name, but are you Lenine?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So they've been attacking your caravans. So they have been along the road. Yes.
Yes. The Tribor Trail.
It is the way we had come in, and we too were assaulted in such a fashion. Though they did not fare so well against my blade and magic of my companions. Well then, if we were to search anywhere for goblins, I would think it would be there.
Yes, well, there were two sides, and they seem to come from both sides of the trail. Do you have any maps of this area? Perhaps we could see if there are any hidden valleys nearby that they might be hiding out in. Any caves? I hear goblins prefer caves.
She says, yes, I have a map I can show you. Here's a map.
If anything, I feel were we attacked on this straight bit coming into Phandelver or on the bit that is parallel?
Yeah, you were actually on the Tribor Trail, like probably about there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, I do not foresee them being. I foresee them being farther away from Phandelver than closer to Phandelver.
Now, you guys might be able to track the goblins from where they attacked you through the woods.
Maybe in the outskirts. If I had to guess, they would be in the mountains to our south, but that would be a long trek. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't assault the main roads near Leyland.
Leylon. No, sorry.
There's also Neverwinter Wood, but yes, tracking isn't actually not my specialty, but perhaps Roy? How about you?
I can track a man who has stolen goods from a poor family in an urban setting, but prints in dirt I have very little experience with. Normally, if I was with a sortie, they would have a ranger of some sort, maybe one with a fantastic southern accent, that would find the prints in the ground.
Southern, as in the Sword Mountains?
As in Callum, the Callum area. Around there, they have a particular accent that I find rather entertaining.
Well, it would be wisdom survival would be the skill involved. Although anyone with a decent wisdom would probably have a good chance of.
I could try.
Goblins aren't known to be like awesome woodsmen, so their trail's probably fairly obvious.
Yeah, if they're as skilled at woodcraft as they are at making arrows, we should be able to follow.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Well spoken.
They're much better at shooting the arrows than making them, it seems. They're pretty good at shooting them.
I know.
Should we immediately head back, or do you think we should have a night in town and then head out?
It is a fine town. I might the spells I used might come in handy if I could get them back. I hear there's a place called the Stonehill Inn.
Oh yes, the Stonehill Inn is very comfortable and welcoming to strangers.
Sounds fine.
Which of us is the strangest, do you think? Oh, don't mind me. The goblins have floated my mind. The lions.
I do not think I'm torn. If I would see our missing dwarf patron rescued, I would see him rescued as immediately as possible. But then
True.
again,
His life might be in danger.
I do value a good rest, especially after such a long road. That damnable wagon and those damnable oxen.
Double damn them.
I do not care too much. I do apologize for the way I speak. I do not care too much for the animals, though. I prefer the minds and company of men. I will defer any tactical decision on whether we hunt now or hunt later to either of you compatriots. I am more of just a sword.
I believe a rest is in order. And I would be more than happy to pay for your two gentlemen's accommodations.
Oh, no need, lady.
It is beyond too kind.
You saved my life earlier. I feel like you deserve it.
I think we all saved each other's life. Perhaps we should pool our money.
How about this time? I will pay for the inn rooms. And the next time you can, Aloth, and maybe the time after, the good brother.
Fair enough.
Shall afford the rooms. In rounds. In rounds.
All right. So, to Stonehill Inn.
Okay.
Yes. And did either of you roll for a trinket?
Oh no, I did not trinketize.
I did not either. I'm using the basic rules. I didn't see it in that.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
just
think it's in there. I'm not sure.
I just moved, so all my game stuff is still in boxes.
Holy
Oh,
cow! Yeah,
wow.
you're not kidding.
So that's why I'm using the basic rules.
So my trinket is 21 if somebody can deliver unto me in a timely fashion. If
Oh,
you care to.
I will.
If you care to, of course.
Oh, is it percentile?
Yeah.
Roy, you have a tiny gnome-crafted music box that plays a song you dimly remember from your childhood.
That is
Oh,
fantastic,
how
especially
nice.
for Roy's age. Awesome, I love it.
And 71?
You have a fragment of a beautiful song written as musical notes on 2 pieces of parchment.
Ah, I keep this always.
And I have a vest with 100 tiny pockets.
Nice.
Oh.
That's
Do you
great
read
for a
Patrick
wizard.
Rothfuss? Wayne,
What's that?
do you read Patrick Rothfuss?
Oh, I've not. It's kind of on my list. But...
Yeah, that vest. You'll know why I asked once you read those beautiful books.
That's what I've heard.
All right. So in the center of town, as you know from your Welcome Center map, stands a large, newly built roadhouse of fieldstone and rough-hewn timbers. The common room is filled with locals nursing mugs of ale or cider, all of them eyeing you with curiosity.
Blessings of Saloon be upon you.
Yes, I will enter with a flourish and a lion's roar.
I see we're making that a common effect now.
And from one of my pockets, I produce a deck of cards. The cards are about 8 or 10 inches long. About
3 Dragon Ante?
5 inches. No, not quite. But I kind of fan them out, and I announce to the room that if any of you would like to have your fortune read, please meet me at the corner table.
Nice.
She's quite wise.
Wow. Roy's actually a sucker for magic effects like that, fortune telling and that kind of nonsense. He's very new age.
Yeah, this will work out perfectly for you because I totally jazz it up with the minor illusion and everything.
Oh
so.
wow! At first I thought you were going to start card sharking everyone with 3 Dragon Ante, which I've actually played and is a decent little card game, I suppose, with the unique cards.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
are large.
All right. So the proprietor of the inn is named Toblin Stonehill, and he's a young
What is he,
human
a
man. No, he's human. Sounds like a halfling name, doesn't it?
It does.
And he welcomes you to the Stonehill Inn. What can I get you? Rooms, food, drink, all the above?
All of the above.
Okay.
All the above.
I believe we will take all the above. Yes, myself, my good friends here, I will be paying their tabs. As a
Says,
gesture.
well, we have very comfortable accommodations here and delicious food. We have locally made ale and cider. Very good. The rooms will be 8 silver apiece. And let's see, what would the food cost?
At that point, I'll kind of put my hand on Roy's shoulder and be like, I don't really need a room. I can just sort of stay here and just stare at the fire for a little while and I'll be fine.
Well, if you insist.
And for your meals, that will be 5 silver, and that's for like a whole day.
Okay. So I give them. So Roy gives the fellow 4 gold pieces
Okay. Oh.
and doesn't take change back.
Thank you, sir. Very, very kind, very generous. I will bring you food and drink right away.
An extra silver.
Do you
1
want
silver.
ale or cider? We also have some wine.
Roy will take cider. Of course.
Like wine, please.
Of course, of course.
Roy drinks well, but responsibly.
You give the bartender your keys.
Yeah.
Keys to the horse.
Yeah,
Well,
if they have a brown ale, that's what I want.
Okay, yeah, totally.
Well, for Roy, it's very bad juju if you get caught drunk on the watch. It could cost people's lives. So.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. So you guys get some food and drink and kind of relax. Put your feet up. Enjoy the fire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hopefully the
and-
town doesn't start burning.
As long as the other people are in town, they were all eyeing us as we're the strangers, and I said, "Oh yes, we're just delivering the supplies to Elmar." Tell me, have you heard anything about the goblins here? That we were attacked by goblins. Do you know where they were? I'd like to pay them back. See if anyone has any information
Okay.
on where the goblins might be hiding. And we have this map. It's got X's on it.
Yeah, quite a few of the people have know of the goblins, but no one knows where their hideout is.
Great. Okay.
Lots of people would like to know.
Yeah, us too.
Elath, you get a taker on getting a fortune read.
Excellent. We will immediately greet them with an extreme amount of flattery. I mean, if the person has, 2 eyes, they have the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. If
Okay.
they have,
What if they have 3 eyes?
then they're especially blessed.
She only has 2 eyes.
Oh,
Darn.
She's a human woman named Frida. She's a weaver in the town.
okay.
And
So I invite Frida to sit down across the table from me and kind of fan out the cards. I use a little minor illusion to kind of make the cards seem like they kind of meld together and kind of split apart in sort of a hypnotic fashion.
cool. She's very impressed. She's like, ooh.
And I will proceed to do basically what is a cold read. You know what a cold read is, Lex? It's like what...
It's where you don't know anything about him.
Right, but you kind of ask leading questions.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
you're here to learn things about a loved one.
Oh yes.
I'm getting the letter R. Is his name perhaps Robert?
Paul?
Paul? Yes,
Oh,
Paul.
yes,
Paul.
yes,
That's
yes,
who it is.
Paul.
Paul is speaking to me. Paul wants to know that he misses you very much.
Oh. Well, she's very impressed. Do you have are you using like something you're proficient in or?
Sure. How about this one?
Okay.
Great.
Well, that's good enough to fool the local weaver, I think.
Cool.
She totally buys in. Like, you must be a powerful wizard, a great diviner.
I'm just fortunate is all. I've been, the spirits speak through me. I'm just fortunate in that way. And I will also kind of, at a certain point I'm laying out the cards and I'm kind of explaining them to her, and I kind of step over beside her, between her and the wall, and I'm kind of leaning over her shoulder explaining how the cards kind of interact with each other. And I kind of slip my hand into her belt pouch.
Oh, I thought
I'm
you
gonna
were
use
gonna say something else.
inspiration on that. Let's see here. Let's try that again. Oh, dang it! Dang it! Level 1, you suck.
Okay.
It's
make
just
a-
the spirits. Just the spirits.
Oh, I should have showed you what I rolled. So you're trying to take her pouch?
Just trying to kind of see what's in there.
Well, she notices and she slaps your hand away with a
Oh.
crack.
This is a fine ale.
What are you doing, miss? And she stands up, like obviously very offended and angry. How dare you reach into my pouch?
At that,
Whoa.
I make a sound like a raucous fight breaking out in the street outside the door
Okay.
with the minor illusion.
Well, that gets everyone's attention.
And at that, I just kind of try to slink away. What skill do you want for that?
The slink skill.
Well, I mean, she's looking right at her, at you,
okay.
so you can't like unless you have invisibility. You can't
No,
just like disappear.
I just okay. Bam. Let's see. I actually do have a spell for this. I think I have charm person. Could do.
This Weaver's going down.
I was just gonna do a charm person just to get away.
Okay.
I don't have it prepared though, unfortunately.
What's going on over there?
Oh, nonsense. Elves and their magics.
Ah. Well, don't
Fine.
scare the locals, lady. Not polite.
Well, she kind of stalks off and leaves the inn. She doesn't want to confront you, but she's quite upset.
And
Okay.
even if Roy saw, he's relatively nonplussed about the whole thing.
Okay.
It's not a big enough event to rouse him.
We're gonna terrible rolls. Absolutely awful. I'm trained in both of those things. A +4 for that one. +4 for that one. Dang it. All right, so I just play it off. I just kind of gather up my cards and go sit by the fire.
Yeah, quite a few people that are like that were sitting right nearby are kind of giving you weird looks. But
They're not distracted by the sounds of a fight outside.
well, they were, but they this happened first, so they saw they kind of heard her like go off on you, and they're kind of like
Well,
giving you looks like, what's up with her?
If it's still within the same minute, I can amplify the sound of the fight, so I can make it sound like it's getting worse.
Okay.
So yeah, you can hear people like
It's like the
getting punched.
clash of the five
Oh,
armies
nobody-
going outside.
I don't
Yeah.
have my spells, but I have my medicine skills. I'll go outside and see if anybody's heard of the fight.
Yeah, you and a few other people go out to see what's going on, and there's nothing out there. There's just sounds coming from empty air. It's very strange.
Oh no.
Yeah, Roy would have trooped out and already growing wise to the elf's tricks. Because,
I think yes.
he would come back and just kind of give Elath kind of a really
and I give the old Urkel. Did I do that?
Yeah, a few of the village people come in, like kind of talking to him on this. There's nothing out there. It's very strange.
Village people.
strange times we live in. Roy, after enjoying a few generic size units of drinks of cider, pint, what have you,
Units.
stein, whatever, I don't know. I don't know.
No.
like-
You want this size.
Yeah, just this size. There we go. Of
This is bigger.
cider, he'll pack it in.
There we go.
Little Bloody Mary going.
Roy will pack it in. he definitely enjoys his rest.
Oh yes, my old bones.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'll-
I mean, he took some blows, and it's kind of a workout
I will trance out by the fire,
for him.
Okay.
Dude.
hey, dude. And once all the people that were around me when I did my original fortune telling
Yeah.
are
Psycho
gone
out.
and have been replaced by the next group of people,
Okay.
Hey, everybody.
I'm gonna try the same thing again.
Okay.
I'm upstairs.
Yeah, Roy's snoring. He's putting heavy
Okay.
Z's.
So you guys
Okay.
crash out.
So
Um,
okay, actually, here we go. I can do something cool. I will go to the bathroom
Okay.
and cast Disguise Self and make myself look like a total different, like,
Look like Roy.
I don't think the size self makes it that big of a difference, does it?
no, you can. It could be like any
Oh, wow.
humanoid. Yeah, it's pretty good. And I'll come back and look like a half orc, like a
Ooh.
witch doctor.
Oh, that's spooky.
and then come out and try the fortune telling thing again under a total different persona.
Except now you're throwing bones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yep.
Unfortunately, no one wants to come anywhere near a half orc. Like you have a whole corner of the inn all to yourself as soon as you walk in the room.